Hello everybody, how are you? Sunday morning, out walking. Guys, we're gonna do another episode of Lyrics Explained, where I go behind the scenes to explain the lyrics of today's top hits so you can enjoy your favorite music even more. And today is a song by an artist named Kehlani. The song is Nights Like This. And as I often say in these videos, the key to understanding a song better is understanding the context around the lyrics. Not only what was going on in the artist's life at the moment, around that particular piece of art. What we call the frame. But not only that, but what is their background in general? So we're going to cover all of that today with Kehlani. You guys are going to get a big kick out of it. We're doing a little something different. We're live on the streets of LA. And it's appropriate because music really comes from the streets. It comes from the mix of cultures that is the United States. And with this on the streets version, we'll get some of that flavor as we go through this top hit that Kehlani and Ty Dolla $ign tag team to bring us great music. So Kehlani, you may know, originally from America's Got Talent. She was in a band, a group, a singing group called Pop Life. Pop Life, P-O-P-L-Y-F-E. Now, these guys were so dedicated to their craft. These kids in Pop Life. They didn't win. They didn't win at AGT, but they came in like 4th or something. But they're so dedicated, they couldn't even get to school. They missed so much school, they didn't know how to spell the name of their own group, P-O-P-L-Y-F-E. But nonetheless, it might have been an artistic choice. You see that a lot in marketing all over the business world. Purposeful misspellings. Flickr is the name of a photo sharing service, F-L-I-C-K-R. All right. I even thought I should employ this method in my name. My name is spelled D-I-T-Z-E-L. I mean, when you say the Z, people go, see? See? And I say Z, no, Z, you know, so I'm just wondering, maybe it's too long. So I thought, what if you just went without vowels completely? D-T-Z-L, Ditzel. Or maybe even just D-Z-L. Dizzle. I like it. Well, it's something I got to consider. So Kehlani is from Oakland, all right? And she came from a somewhat troubled background. There was some drug addiction in her family. But the thing is, she persisted. She made her own way. She relied on herself. And when somebody was ready to see her, she was ready. We'll talk about that more later. The thing is, I tell artists all the time, they come up to me and they go, Joe, you know the music business, you know the lyric game. How do I break in? And the thing is, it's tough. I tell them, don't break in. It's going to be hard. But if you persist, meaning if you still want to, despite my advice, the thing is, you got to get ready so in case you get looked at. You don't want a life-changing person in the business to take a look at your art, whatever that might be, singing, songwriting, comedy, and not be ready. Kehlani was ready. And Piers Morgan on that show said that she was the standout of the members of Pop Life. And she's run with that. She took that ball and ran with it. Now she's working with some of the biggest names in the game, like Ty Dolla $ign. So with that in mind, let's look at this song, Nights Like This. All right, let's get right into it, guys. verse 1, Kehlani, you act like you need reminding, trying to do it over, bring it back and rewind it. But all that glitters isn't gold. I was blinded, should have never gave you my heart on consignment. All right, and then let's go right into the pre-chorus. And I can't believe the lies that I went for. Thought you was mine, but you decided to be with him though. You took my feelings and you just threw them out the window. Feel like it's too hard to fall in love again. No. All right. So it's interesting. Kehlani originally wanted to be a ballet dancer, right? She couldn't pursue that career because of a knee injury, which is the same thing happened to me. I was being looked at by the National Hockey League, right? I was a star player, and they had scouts looking at me when I was 9, 10 years old. But a knee injury in high school ended those hopes. So the other thing too is, for Kehlani, she knew at an early age she could not rely on the ballet game. She needed some cash flow. So what did she do? She relied on her other talent, which was a pool shark. She was a pool shark from the age of 7. And she was a known pool shark in the Oakland pool community. 9-ball, 8-ball. We're not talking the billiards they play over there across the bay in San Francisco. We're talking about street pool. Making cash, $100 bills on the green felt. Okay? This is the real deal. These are the streets. And she had that skill from a very young age. Now, what is this song about? This song is about
bendito sea el nombre poderoso de mi Cristo. En esta hora bendecimos el nombre poderoso de mi Cristo Jesús.
This song is about a character in the pool game named Iowa Slim. So let me explain. In every town, there's a couple characters that kind of run the town of the pool game, of the pool community. Sometimes they own the pool halls, sometimes they're just great players. So there's a character in the Oakland pool community named Iowa Slim. Now the funny thing about that is, it's a play on words. Like they say, a tall person, they might say, here comes Tiny, old Tiny. Well, Iowa Slim was anything but slim. So he tried to get Kehlani to come into his squad, into his crew, right? His goal was to run the town with his own crew of pool sharks. And he knew Kehlani was young, smart, and great at pool, tried to get her into the game. So that's what she's saying. You act like you need reminded, trying to do it over, bring it back and rewind it. But all that glitters isn't gold. I was blinded, should have never given you my heart on consignment. So what happened? This guy turned out to be the shady character that she originally thought he might be, and tried to get out of his crew. So that's why, and I can't believe the lies that I went for, right? Because this guy was selling this picture of her making hundreds of thousands of dollars playing pool. You took my feelings and just threw them out the window. Feel like it's too hard to fall in love again? No. So what she's saying is, not only is she out of his crew, she is hesitant to get in with any other pool crew in the Oakland area, in the Bay Area, in California, anywhere. And again, she came from a challenging background. She's saying, hey, I don't need you guys. I've been on my own, more or less, for a very long time. You guys, speaker's breaking up. It's breaking up. All right. let's keep going.
Muchas veces pensamos que porque mi mamá
On some nights like this, Shawty, I can't help but think of us. I've been reminiscing, sipping, missing you. Can you tell me what's with all this distant love? If I called, would you pick it up? Well, what's going on? All right. So she broke up with this Iowa Slim. She got out of his crew, despite them sending some shady characters around trying to get her into trouble, trying to bust her knuckles, so she couldn't play. But she got out of that. She's on her own. And then she was approached by a guy who's known in the Oakland pool area as Public Works. Now, this is a good guy. This is a good guy. They call him Public Works because he helps the community. He's involved in all these public community projects, helping the less fortunate, helping the people. He's also got his own crew, and he wants her to join his crew so he can kind of run the town, run the streets, right? That's the whole goal. But he does it from the standpoint of, he's got this community hook. He's like, I'm the benevolent dictator of my crew, right? So she says, this guy has a good rep. I'm going to get in with Public Works. Well, what happens? Again, a seemingly honest and upstanding person in her community turns out that he was double dealing. He was telling her one thing, and he was skimming her money. She'd run these tourists coming into the pool halls of Oakland. She'd skim hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars out of their wallet from just winning at the pool table. She's a pool shark. She's a pool queen. She's known in the community. And the tourists didn't know. They just were like, well, let's go play some pool. Next thing you know, they're $5,000 light, courtesy of Kehlani, the pool shark. And this guy, Public Works, he was skimming her winnings. A fair cut is one thing, but come on. He was taking way, way more than that. And she found out about it. And so that's what you see there. That's what's going on there. On some nights like this, Shorty, I can't help but think of this. I've been reminiscing, sipping, missing you. Can you tell me what's all this distant love? If I called, would you pick it up? On some nights like this, I just want to text you, but for what? You're going to say you want me, then go switch it up. Just don't play with my emotions just because. See? She wants to get, she wanted this guy to be her coach, her mentor. I mean, it almost makes you mad that she got played. And then here she comes with verse 2. All them times I played the fool for you, thinking we could put it back together, thought we had forever. You never see my point of view. Our connection is so severed. You don't show no effort. So I don't know why, but she wants to try to make it work with this pool king, Public Works. I don't know. It's a really emotionally trying song. In fact, it was hard to get through the original reading of this for this video, just because you feel for her. Let's see. You gonna get my hopes high, girl. You gonna get my hopes high, girl. Just gonna tell me more lies. Just gonna get my hopes high. See, she doesn't want to get burned again. Now here comes verse 3. Now guys, certain talents in the game, you can tell right away. You can tell right away they've paid their dues and their talent has met their opportunity, and that is Ty Dolla $ign. Here he comes. I've been way too good to you. You take me for granted. You was my day one since since back at Bigby's house on Adams. First day when we met, I flagged you down. I told you hit my line. You used to promise me you'd never switch on me like Gemini. You think I'm a fool, ain't nobody stupid. I see all the signs, I see all the clues, yeah. Sometimes I reminisce about that stuff when I'm binging. Can't believe it's been a whole year, yeah, but... And then into the chorus with both of them together. All right, so what is he talking about? He's giving the other side. He's saying, I've been too good to you. right? You take me for granted. Oh, so now we got a whole new story. What did she do that he doesn't agree with? Now we've got some dynamics in the relationship. Guys, if you're a songwriter, this is what you want in every song. You want to push me, pull you kind of a feel, right? Pull on the emotions, push them, tighten them, loosen them. You was my day one since back at Big B's house on Adams. Big B's was a huge pool hall in a house down there in Adams in Oakland. I mean, guys, it's just intense. Right here is where the song becomes the most emotionally trying for the listener. And that's where you get the payoff. Because you want people crying in their cars if you can. You want them sobbing in their automobiles, driving down the street. From that day we met, I flagged you down, told you hit my line. Used to promise me you'd never switch on me like Gemini. So what's he saying? That she did just that. That she switched on public works like Gemini. Gemini is the sign of the twins, right? There's twins. There's two of them. They flip-flop. They're traitors. You don't trust any Geminis. You don't trust anybody that's a Gemini. That's what they're saying here. Sometimes I reminisce about that stuff when I'm binging. So what did they do? What is he talking about there? Well, when they play pool all night, what do you do when you play pool all night after you do that and it's 5 in the morning? You go to Taco Bell. You binge at Taco Bell. No, the dining room's not open, but you can go to the drive-thru. You go to the drive-thru at Taco Bell, you get your tacos, you binge. That's what he's talking about, guys. Can't believe it's been a whole year. Yeah, but, all right. So a year goes by after she cut out of the relationship. I mean, it's a roller coaster of emotions, guys. It's a really well-written song with some top talent. And, you know, I remember in my undergraduate, I had an undergraduate degree in lyrics appreciation from Minnesota State Extension College. And that was the campus up there in Goose Lake. I wasn't at the main campus in Minneapolis. I was up there at Goose Lake. And it'd be so cold, we really couldn't, you could only do like half of a song. You could only go through half of a song until you had to go back out in the woods and chop more trees down to build the fire back up. But we loved music so much. We loved analyzing the lyrics. And of course, my favorite professor there, Professor Ivan Cutterbranch. Ivan Cutterbranch and all of us, we'd go out into the woods and chop down trees just to have enough heat up there at Goose Lake. It's up there by the Canadian border. But we love music, we love lyrics analysis. And the one thing he said was, you want to get that emotion in the song. Look for the emotions in these songs that we're analyzing, that we're reviewing the music. So guys, that's a clue that I can give you, right? Look for that emotion. This guy's here preaching, man. He's preaching. He's getting the emotion from his flock here at this church, at this congregation right here on Pico. That's what you want. You want that emotion. So guys, I gotta be honest with you. I'm exhausted from this song because, wow, so much talent and so much emotion in one song. It's kind of knocks you for a loop. So I hope that helps you enjoy that song even more. And if you're a songwriter, again, you want that roller coaster. You want them to get in the car and go up that giant hill, and then the rest of the song is a loop-de-loop of their heart being pulled in every direction. All right, guys, that's Kehlani, another monster talent and the latest artist who we examine on Lyrics Explained. Talk to you soon.